Hey guys, this is Nick. I'm homeless, type 1 diabetic. I live in my van. We do Iron Fury News. Right now it's been pretty much just documenting what's going on with my life. Since I got sick with type 1 diabetes, I lost everything. We're going to get back into the news eventually, but it's just been really hard. As you can see, I'm sweating my butt off. It's very hot here today. I'm in Sarasota, Florida. It's very muggy today. It's always hot in this van, but I just wanted to, ask everybody if they could please follow, subscribe, like, share. Trying to get the word out and build a community around homelessness. There's not a whole lot of programs, so if we work together as a community, I think we can do a whole lot of things. They say, out of 23 people out of every 10,000 people in America are homeless right now, which is one of the highest numbers we've had. And, it's a crisis that, anybody could happen. I owned my own company for 8 years. And I got sick with type 1 diabetes, and I was making good money, $1,000 a day, working my butt off, and then I got real sick, and it put me in the hospital for a while, and I lost everything. I lost, first they repoed my truck, and then from there it just went all downhill. So it could happen to anybody. We built a great community. We have an 8 o'clock chat every night. If you guys want to tune in at 8 o'clock Eastern, everybody just sits around and we talk, and for about an hour or so, depending on how it's going. The busier it is, the longer we stay, of course. We as in the channel. I just want to bring a lot of outreach to the homeless situation and start working towards that. And anything right now that is supported through the channel is going to work on getting me out of the situation, as well as once we're done with that, we're helping out others. I just think we need to, work together as a community. We'll watch all these violent things and we'll flock to that. But when it comes to real Americans, suffering, I pay taxes all my life and I can't get help, and I'm a type 1 diabetic. I don't eat right. My sugars are always bad because in here, I can't cook, I can't shower, I can't, be clean, I can't. Luckily, I don't have an alcohol problem. I've never been a drinker, and I don't use any drugs. But not all bad people, not all homeless are bad people. A lot of people say, well, if you're homeless, you're probably just strung out on something or whatnot, and that's just not the case. So I'm asking you guys, like, share, subscribe. Tune in for our lives at 8 o'clock. Sorry, it's very hot. Very, very hot today. Just not used to it. I came from Maine. I'm originally from Florida. Let me start there. Originally born and raised here. I spent most of my life in Florida. I was in Maine for a little bit. Went from Maine to New Mexico to here. And this is where I'm from, in this area, And it's just, I love Florida. It's just, I'm going to get used to the heat again, unfortunately. My blood got real thin from being in Maine and all that stuff. Plus my sugar's very high today. I feel very off. But like I said, we do a live at 8 o'clock. Everybody's welcome. If you're homeless, come on in and join, just talk. Let's talk about situation, things that we can improve. Or if you're just somebody who cares about people that are in this situation. Because like I said, I can count on on one hand the number of times I've drank in the last 10 years, and I don't do anything, my biggest downfall is, I smoke cigarettes, and I need to quit that, but it is what it is. I smoke the cigar ones that are $1.32 a pack. It's not, and that's slowing me down, so thankfully. But anyways, I appreciate if you guys would like, share, subscribe, tune in. We do it every day, and I'm going to start doing more tours in Sarasota and stuff like that, and giving, tips and tricks on being homeless. Throw your advice in as well. Unfortunately, the homeless population is rising very fast because the, housing is just unacceptable. They say for every 100 very low income people, there's only 37 low income homes. So that leaves a very big population out there not knowing how they're going to survive or just make it the next day. And you see, this is my space. I have no shower, I have no toilet, I have no stove. I don't know how I'm going to eat most days. And when you have type 1 diabetes, your life surrounds yourself around food. And I'm still getting used to it. I'm fairly new at it, but I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to drag this one out. Like, share, subscribe. I really hope you guys will tune in for our 8 o'clock show. It's getting bigger and we're getting more people to join, so I'd appreciate it. Thank you.